Today, the Honda Fit is getting some love, and we are installing this ATOTO 9-inch screen. I'm so freaking excited for it because this is an upgrade I've been wanting to do for a long time, and I just got around to it now. What is going on, guys? I hope you guys are having a wonderful day. So, the reason we're replacing the radio in this car is because the original one in here, well, it's an aftermarket one, isn't the best. It doesn't have Android Auto or anything. Half the screen barely even works, and it's time for an upgrade because we are in 2024 and we need to upgrade this thing, have Android Auto, and have good maps that can be updated and everything, because this one doesn't do it. Now, this looks like a pretty straight unboxing. Just open it up, you get your pamphlets and manuals, lift up the flap, and there's the radio. And honestly, it looks kind of cheap, but this was like a $120 radio. And then this is just gonna be more foam and stuff, and there's, I think all of our wiring and stuff is actually gonna be included with this, which is pretty cool for the low price of $120 some. And we literally get everything we need, which is really cool. Now, obviously, since I already have an aftermarket radio in here, I need less things because it should be all in there. And apparently these wiring harnesses are extremely universal, so I might not actually have to wire anything in, which would be really cool because I've never done a radio install before. So we're gonna go ahead and try to figure out how to take the old radio out so we can slap the new one in. So right under the radio itself, there's a small Phillips head, and then the entire bottom thing just snaps off, and then it will reveal two more 8mm bolts inside of there, which you're gonna need an extension to get to, but I think that's the only 3 bolts holding this whole thing in. Now, when I looked online, tutorials said 8mm, and mine just had 2 regular Phillips that were barely even in there. Again, might be because it's aftermarket, I don't really know, but mine were Phillips and not 8mm. After those, it literally just pries right out, and it just kind of falls there. It's definitely funny when you compare the old and new stuff. Like, this screen is 3 inches bigger than it, and like so much thinner. There's just so much less to it. It's hilarious. I'm not even gonna lie, I don't know how to wire, but we're gonna figure this out. It comes with this little sticker of like what to do, so hopefully we can just follow this and figure it out. Turns out the wires say what they go to, and this ATOTO kit is actually fully labeled, so it's actually making this really easy. So I just made sure to pick up some of these cheap like cable connecting things, and it's actually going really smoothly. All of the wiring is done at this point, so we just gotta turn the car on and see if she comes on. And now we just gotta pull the trim back. Connect the brackets back in, and she's all in there ready to go. And honestly, I think she fits in here really well. So I will drive around with this radio for a few days, and I will show you that I'm actually pleased of how this looks in here because I was afraid it was gonna cover all the buttons. But you can see that all this is actually still very accessible, and it's not like blocking anything, and doesn't block the vents, and I think this actually looks really cool in here. The couple things that I will say right off the bat, and no, this is not a sponsored video at all. I didn't say that. ATOTO, I have no affiliation with whatsoever. But if I turn the volume up, I'm not sure if it's gonna pick it up. It's hissing. And I'm not sure if it's because of bad wiring or what has it, but it is hissing a little bit, which is weird because I've never had that before. So it does make some noise. Sound quality that I noticed isn't amazing. I'm using wireless Android Auto, but it has wireless Android Auto, which is pretty cool. And also the screen isn't amazing. It's better than what I had in here, yes. And for $200 or less, I think this was like $170. I'll put the price right here. It's much better than what I was expecting, honestly. And so far I am pleased with it. But again, I'm gonna drive around with this for a few days, learn about it before I post this, just so I can have a good review about it. So I have had this head unit in my car for about 2-ish weeks now. And honestly, this thing is freaking dope. And I had like all of the negative thoughts about putting this in because it was less than $200. It's got all the features of those brand new ones that are 5 times more expensive. And honestly, this thing does not slack. The little buzzing, humming thing, I don't even realize anymore. And I think that was just because it was a new head unit. It might have been loud when it was first put in, but I don't even notice it anymore. Especially when you're driving the cars on, you don't hear it at all. There's one negative thing, or I'm gonna say there's 2 negative things that I do have about this head unit. One, I'm not sure if this is a phone issue or a head unit issue, but sometimes my Android Auto won't connect the first time, and I gotta turn off and on the head unit, and then it connects the second time. It was doing that for about a week, and then it hasn't done it since, so I'm not sure if it was an update or if it was the radio or it was my phone. I really don't know. The second thing is the touchscreen. It's not the highest quality touchscreen in the world, so sometimes when you're trying to type something on the screen, which you can always do voice to text anyways, the screen doesn't always pick up your touches. You have to be kind of slow and precise and kind of push down pretty hard for it to work. But other than that, this thing does everything I could really want it to do. It's got maps because of Android Auto, music sounds great, everything sounds good. It's super adjustable with the EQ, which is, I think, a really big plus. Like, this EQ adjustment is much more than most radios will offer you, and I think that's pretty cool. It also fires up super fast. It takes a second to turn off, but doesn't kill your battery, so I don't think there's an issue with it at all. I really do like it, and I would say anyone that wants one, pick it up. I have been trying to be in contact with them, but I don't have an affiliate thing with them, but I would suggest you guys pick one up. They're freaking dope. I like them a lot. So I'm gonna leave you guys off here. So I hope you guys like this video. I hope you guys are liking the resurgence of content. So do me a few things. Comment, like, subscribe, do the fun stuff, keep doing you, and stay motivated. Catch you guys next time. Peace out and peace.